Sun, 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 here we come. 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 Sun, here comes the sun. It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright. OGEbeats.com.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
All right. Turn your mics on. Let's chant some japa together.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
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 Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
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 Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
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 Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Nitya
Rama Hare
Gauranga,
Hare
Gaura
Krishna
Haridas,
Hare Krishna
Nitya
Krishna
Gauranga, Gaura Haridas, Nitya
Hare Rama
Gauranga, Gaura Haridas, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Chanting the
Rama,
mantra
Hare
meditation.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Chanting
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram, Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare 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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram Ram Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Coming, coming.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare. Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama
Utari
Rama, Hare
Kotere
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Para
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Radhe,
Hare
Hey
Ram,
Gora Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Gora Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hey
Krishna,
Hey
Hare
Gora
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Sri
Ram, Ram
Chaitanya,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna, Hare
Gora
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare. Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hey,
Krishna,
hey, hey, hey,
Krishna
Nitai,
Krishna,
Nitai
Hare Hare,
Goranga, hey,
Hare
Nitai
Ram,
Goranga,
Hare
hey, hey,
Ram,
Gora
Ram
Hari,
Ram, Hare Hare,
more
Hare
room,
Krishna, Hare
more room in the
Krishna,
house, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Nitai Nitai, Nitai
Krishna
Goranga,
Hare
hey hey,
Krishna,
Nitai
Hare
Goranga, hey hey, Gaura Haridas
Hare Krishna,
coming,
Hare Krishna,
coming.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
More
Hare
place, more
Rama,
place in the room.
Rama
Hold
Rama,
up. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Radhika, Radhika,
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Radhika,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Sri
Hare
Goranga,
Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Goranga, Sri
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Sri
Hare Hare,
Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Chaitanya, Sri
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Rama
Gora
Rama,
Bhakta Vrinda, Gora Bhakta Vrinda, Hare
Oh
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, good mix.
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Thank you Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama
Hari
Rama
Baba, Hari
Hare
Baba,
Rama
Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
more
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
welcoming
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna 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 Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
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 Rama Rama Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Gora Hari Das, all glory to my Guru.
Hare
Shiva Gora Hari Das, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama. Hey Goranga, Gora
Krishna.
Haridas, hey Gora Haridas, Gora Haridas. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We don't hear you very clearly, Guru Maharaj.
Nothing. Me here, zero.
Oh, turn your mic. Turn your mic off. Tell him. Turn it
Off.
off. Like, Krishna, Krishna. Any better? Yeah? Good. Music. Music. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Page 429 in this book here. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. 429. Actually, start with page 427, Majjhikanda chapter 16. You can read there, Lalita.
Thank you.
And you're always hungry, so you might as well just feast.
Oh, glories.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. Jaya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Chaitanya Chandra. Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Oh, glory to Sri Gora Chandra. The Supreme Lords. The Supreme Lords of the Lords. Oh, glory to the beloved devotees of Sri Vishwambara. Sri Vishwambara is now in the midst of fully manifesting his Sankirtan movement with his associates in Navadvip. Whole nights are passed in dancing and kirtan beyond closed doors. For such pastimes, they are not meant for the common materialistic man. One day, the Lord was engrossed in dancing in Srivas Pandit's house, unknown to anyone. Srivas' mother-in-law had hidden herself behind baskets in the corner of the room. Nevertheless, what is the use of such hide and seek games when there is a lack of devotional feeling inside? One will not be fortunate enough to see the Lord, ecstatic dancing. While dancing, the Lord repeatedly pointed.
Without the devotional feeling, you cannot see the Lord. See? So this is the thing. Unless you get this devotional feeling, you will not be able to perceive the transcendental nature of the Lord. Yeah. So that's the essence, yeah. And so obviously this mother-in-law lacked that devotional feeling, but she snuck in. A lot of people wanted to sneak into the kirtan, and because of the lack of devotional feeling, they weren't related. They didn't have the requirements, and so they wanted to sneak in some way, to steal this wealth. See, this is the thing, and that's material. It doesn't work. Just like here, people they come on to the line and they want to sneak in a sense, but they can't really enter. You could see their materialistic mentality. They can't appreciate, because of a lack of a devotional feeling. So that's what it's all about, is to get this gift from those who have the gift. So this gives us entrance into appreciating the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Lord Caitanya. Even often people, even when the Lord was here, they couldn't get entrance into this. They had to come through the devotee, one of his devotees, like Devananda Pandit. They actually became attracted to actually a devotee. And so if that was happening back then, how much more so now? People, you have to find a real associate, Lord Caitanya. That's why, unless this is manifest before even the lowest people, they won't even know it exists. This gives people a chance. So many are called and the few are chosen. Yeah, they choose like, I would also like to be happy like that. Yeah, it's amazing. People think that's Vaishnavism is real Vaishnavism. It's only religion unless you are attracted to this. This is the real God. This is the real devotees. This is what God loves. This is what the real devotees love, to associate intimately with the Lord. Otherwise, you're not even a real devotee yet. It's fruitless if you don't make it to this stage here. If you don't say all glories to the ecstatic devotees of the Lord in this lifetime here, you basically, your rules and regulations have basically failed you. You're just fruitless. This is what kind of fruit? Oh, well, I get a pious position as in heaven, a demigod thing. Or I become a great Brahmin. Well, it's all material. It's all within this universe. So you failed. You didn't get out. You're still here. Many people here are already saved. They're already free from the cycle of birth and death, simply because they see the devotion here, they see this bhakti here, they see the realizations here, they hear the realizations here, and they say, very good, I also would like this. I would also like to be part of this family. Oh, you don't want to be part of this family? You gurus out there? Okay, stay in your own families and take more births. We're free. Even here, we're free. Free of fear, free of illusion. Yeah, go ahead. Do it if you don't have any good sense, you want to remain blind, and you, without this bhakti that the devotees have here, many devotees have here, you're blind right now, or you're already seeing. We're in the midst of the Sankirtan movement. This is right now. It's like it was then, behind closed doors, but we're here fully manifesting the Sankirtan movement. It's like he was doing ecstatic worship, man, with the tears and the ecstasy. But if you're material, that's why don't give me the old time religion. Don't give me even what Prabhupada gave. That ain't enough. But rules, regulations, and all that stuff. No, give me the inside now. See, that's what we're here to show. And if that's attractive to you, you'll come on board and become part of the transcendental family. Otherwise, you're outside. You want to remain outside the door? See, the door is, we open the door, but the door is locked if you're in that mentality, if you're in a locked down mentality. The lockdowns? That's just Krishna talking about you're on lockdown. You're locked down, man, in religion. You're down. And the door is locked for you until you say all glories to the ecstatic devotees of the Lord and their realizations that they ascertain by being Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person, which we're making devotees like that now. Otherwise, you're on lockdown now. You don't need to wait for Klaus Schwab to give the order to lock. You're already locked down. You can't go where we go or be where we are unless this bhakti, you get this gift, this bhakti that's being given here through our sangha. You're confined outside. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Yeah, that mother-in-law is not the real mother of the Vaishnavas. She's not purified. She's just coming to steal, to steal the bhakti there, but it will never work if she doesn't go through that purification.
Well, she doesn't even know it. See, obviously, she doesn't even know what the bhakti is. She just wants to see. She wants to be part of that. She wants to. And, even here, some people don't have bhakti yet. And they want to kind of get in, and be like the in crowd. But without that devotional feeling, you can't. The devotees can feel it. It's like, it's like, that's just the way it is. You got to come in the right way. To come in through surrender, through service. See, that way you can't just say, "Well, I want to be part of it." I've had people. This one lady had so-called Raghunuga Guru. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But he gave up his disciples because they were shitheads. I mean, really shitheads, which he told me. They turned on him and everything. And he says, "I'll see you later, man." And went to Vrindavan to do bhajan. Don't blame him. So he had those kind of disciples. And so she comes with me. She said, "I'm a Raghunuga devotee. I had a Raghunuga. I don't need a guru anymore. But I'd like to be your friend. I'd like to come. I like that energy you got there. I just want to come and be your friend." And this was, she actually had come many times too. And so I said, "Yeah, okay, well, let's try that. Let's see how that works." Because I thought I don't know, this something might be not right here. But okay, I like to experiment. Let's see what happens, life experience. So each time she came, after a few days or a week or two, her mind gets really offensive and starts to be really proud and jealous and and wanting to be equal and all of this stuff. And boom, she's gone. Just literally, just Krishna I didn't do anything. Krishna, boom, kicks her out. All these weird ideas. And all because she wants to jump in without the lack of the purified feeling.
Not knowing her position, yeah.
Not coming as a devotee. That's when I saw stuff. There's numerous times. People come in like this. They want to become friend without being a disciple. And it never worked. Never worked. I would allow it. Yeah, okay, come on board. It happened so many times. I said, okay, well, it's just not going to work. So I'm going to do what Prabhupada said. Act as a guru, a spiritual master in the line. Follow the book. You need a spiritual master. You follow. If you come to the point where you recognize that the Lord has empowered this situation, empowered me in this position, and you're good with that, you're fine with that from your heart, okay, fine. And you come on, and then everything works for you. You start to become ecstatic. You get in the right mood. You become a disciple and an intimate friend. Perfect. The book works. The formula works. It's only when you're not following the formula. Could you imagine if Ishvara Puri didn't have a real guru, an ecstatic guru? Where would he be? See, he served as guru and got the benefit from that. See, look at you, as ecstatic as you are. You serve your guru, you promote your guru, you preach for your guru, you remain ecstatic because Krishna's pleased that you're on the path, the real path. And those who want to challenge the guru or be as good or equal or get, it's just want to jump over the real process. Like Ishvara Puri became a real guru. He became the spiritual master of Lord Caitanya just because he followed the real process. Ishvara Puri didn't. That's why those examples are in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ishvara Puri wanted to be equal with his guru, and actually ends up being, you want to be better. So he wanted to teach his own guru. So instruct him the proper way. You notice that people, they get like that here, who end up, they come for a while, maybe they're submissive a little bit, then they go and they want to instruct. Like Meena says, "Oh, you're not doing it the right way." The Mahavir, yes, all of them, my ex-wife. They all want to be the instructor. See, they're the wannabes. They want to be in a position they're not empowered to do. You can't do this. This is an impossible position. Unless the Lord puts his hand upon the work and the order and everything, it won't work. It never will. Even the Christians knew this. The Pharisees, some of them didn't bother Jesus because they said, oh, well, if God's hand is not on him, he'll fail. And it's true. He'll be a failure. That's why ISKCON is failing. They're failures. God's hand was not on them to get the result here. The best thing that ISKCON, same thing, Gaudiya Samiti, is a failure. They can promote and act, oh, we got the greatest thing, we're Raganuga, but no Raganuga anywhere to be seen. Nothing. Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy is not there. You can do all that stuff, but unless you say all glories to the ecstatic devotion you see in the Sangha and nowhere else that I've seen, show me, prove me wrong. But nobody does, and because obviously it's rare right now, just like gold. It's rare.
They don't have eyes to see it. That's why they have no respect.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Blind by pride.
Yeah.
By pride.
Right. Yeah. So all we're doing is repeating what was already done. That's the pastimes. And those who are ready for that, they'll hear, they'll see. They go, okay, they're the ones, one by one. You notice how the jewels are coming? Do you see Fernando's glorification of?
Oh yeah, I love it. He wrote it to me yesterday. Yeah.
Where do you get? This is you have to be empowered to be a disciple, even a good disciple. You have to be empowered.
It's really good.
Whether your position is disciple or guru, you're engaged in devotional service, high level. What a disciple does, the guru can't do. And what the guru does, the disciples can't do. They're in their positions and empowered by the position. It's all Krishna's grace. Even when Krishna withdrew the power from Arjuna, he couldn't do his work. That work was finished. The Lord wanted him to do something else. He withdrew the power. All of a sudden, he couldn't even defeat ruffians. Yeah, because he was empowered to do that battle of Kurukshetra, and he felt it. It was also a lesson, because when Krishna disappeared, he thought he lost everything. And Krishna wanted to teach him what Jesus taught his disciples. Remember me. And when Arjuna remembered, his power came back. See? That's what we do. We remember the Lord. Matter of fact, they always teach this lesson. Lord Caitanya taught this lesson to his disciples because he gave so much profuse association to his disciples. They weren't just their followers. They followed him. Smart people, intelligent. And when he took sannyas and left, they said, oh, what are we going to do? Your guy, he says, just remember me. Have kirtan, remember Krishna, chant his holy names. And you will never lose my association. That's an advanced devotee. Prabhupada. His guru disappeared, there were all kinds of troubles. The whole Gaudiya Math broke apart. They're all fighting over buildings, because they had the materialistic mentality. And Prabhupada was at peace with the whole thing. Yeah, he said, neophytes. Third class devotee. He went so far, fourth class. You think I'm bad? Call him not even Vaishnava yet. Because, Prabhupada had a high standard. Vaishnava means you have your genuine eternal relationship with God. You have love of Krishna. That's Vaishnava. Otherwise, you're just a wannabe and you're just practicing. You're not even real yet until real bhakti awakens in your heart. Until you can recognize it. These gurus, they're all blind. They don't recognize what real bhakti is.
They maybe have a symptom here or there, but that is not a proof of a relationship.
No.
Not at all.
Even Mayavadis, they come here. Some people in Mayavad, they want to be equal with Guru. We had one of those here. We have quite a few actually, sometimes coming and going. But we have one here, like wanting to be equal with Guru. That's a Mayavadi mentality. Want to be equal with God, equal with Guru. That means you want to be better, and that means you're competitive with the Lord and with Guru. It all shows up with Guru, and it's a poison. See? And they get a little. See, they get the rays. You know, they get ecstatic on the rays, and as soon as that's cut off, they deflate. They can't hold it. That's what Narayan Raj said about me. It took a couple of my disciples. He said, "Oh yeah, you see something there. That's only shadow. So don't believe in it." See? And they left because they believed it was shadow. Even though you get the shadow from a living devotee, there are no living devotees in my life. There is no living devotees there. Not living with that kind of life. You know, I had to learn. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it now. For a while, I believed it myself because, you know, of course, public opinion. There's so many, right? They're all, whoa, we got it. We're purebhakti.com. And there are thousands of them, right? And I'm only here, two of my disciples left side. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should check this out. I did. I'm looking around. Where is this great thing that they said they have? Where is this purebhakti.com? It wasn't coming. Boring classes, boring talks, all blah, 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 nothing practical.
That's the result. Yeah. It's the result. No bhakti, no interesting classes.
So I came to the conclusion, I've been scammed. Maya, you scammed me. Okay, all right, I'm going to get you back. Maya's a scammer. She's always scamming everybody.
I've been cheated.
Yeah, you know, you just got to take your licks until you figure it out, you know. It's a great experience, man. I learned a lot. That's why I could say what I say. That's why I can do what I do. Otherwise, without that, I would be afraid. I think, well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, if you don't check something out really thoroughly, you know.
Yeah, if you would be offensive, they would take away your bhakti. But if your bhakti is always increasing, it's because you're fighting for
Yeah,
that
I want to
truth of
help
the
them
Lord.
now. I know. I
Doing the right
investigate that. Hey, it's not it. That's not it. They all believe it is. They're going to die. Many of those devotees are going to die believing that that's Lord Chaitanya's mercy is there, even though even the Guru himself said, I'm sorry, I can't give you any prema. That's for many lifetimes. You're not qualified. You got to do all these things. You got to be superstar like me. You got to be superstar to get this box. See, it was originally given as a gift, and then the contamination in the disciplic lines turned it into an attaining thing. That you had to attain it by your works, by being good, and by being austere, and by being a superstar, being a perfect devotee. See, so that's why it's not work, because the Lord ain't pleased. No, and I'm sorry, that ain't what I brought. See, so luckily I had it from the beginning. You know, it was just come back full circle back to that, and then Prabhupada just made it more and more clear. Now that's why this is a very rare situation. It's not easy to get through all of that. It's very bewildering. You know, Maya, that's all the Lord's tricks hiding Vrindavan, the real Vrindavan. So from what we see often is that devotees are struggling to become real devotee, accepting and serving the realized Guru.
Yeah, becoming humbled.
Yeah, I mean you just got to see that it's there here. You just got to recognize it, and recognize that you can't do it like alone. You need the association of you got Guru and you got your friends here too. other devotees. They help you, even though you may not like it sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You won't grow.
The same thing was happening when Lord Chaitanya was here. The devotees, they were they had their quirks, they had their little things, and you don't just leave because the devotee is, or maybe they chastise you and it hits a sore spot. You don't just leave because, well, I'm offended, because if you get offended, that's false ego.
Yeah.
And that's just the devotee hit your sore spot, that's all.
You just get a reaction because you offended first, actually.
Yeah, but there's no real offense. It's just Krishna working. It's just when you feel offended, that means something got through the defense.
But if you try to control others, they need to show you what you're doing, giving you insight.
Not at all. Yeah, it's in the interaction there. You got to see what's yours. Well, it's not that it's anybody's, but it's just, it all happens in the interaction. If you're honest, you're looking, there's something like messing up your energy, you got to see what it is. Yeah. Anyway, Krishna helps. I mean, this is a matter of purification, and as we're advancing, you see, everything becomes apparent. Sorry, concentrate is gone. Thanks. Concentration is gone. Yeah.
Well, because he's deaf, he can't keep
Yeah,
on
yeah,
sitting
yeah,
there
sorry.
listening without hearing anything.
No problem. Yeah, go ahead, read on. Let's see.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. While dancing, the Lord repeatedly pointed out, why don't I feel the usual acceleration today? The Lord is a super soul, residing within everyone's heart, yet knowing everything he did, not reveal anything, pretending ignorance. He said, in between his dancing, I'm not deriving any pleasure today. Is someone hiding somewhere inside this room? What's this? Sorry. Srivas Pandita went through the whole house looking for strangers, but he couldn't find anyone, and he informed the same to the Lord. The devotees continued the kirtan, but the Lord felt the same as before. He again stopped and he said, I'm still not feeling the usual ecstasy. Maybe this is Krishna's wish.
Yeah, it's the same thing when so there's somebody that was not part of the real ecstatic family, and that even will happen here. They're devotees. Sometimes they come here. They're not really. They don't believe in what's going on. They don't have the awakening, and they come across that they know everything, that they know what's going on here. They try to teach us. You can tell them that Dieter was one of those good classic examples. He's also ecstatic, and he has one tell how to be, and yeah, all very tricky, like this mother-in-law type, wants to get in, and because they know there's energy here, but there's still, and that affects the circle of energy. It's like a break in the link. Yeah. So that's why the Lord kept it right now, because he's planted a seed in Navadvip, right? See, like the chapter 9 of Adi Leela, planted the seed, get it to grow strong and everything. Then they went out, man. Then they went out on the streets boldly. See, they stayed in that strong circle. Nobody could get them doubting, and stuff like that. That's basically here. See how it's evolving. It becomes more and more powerful. The realizations, and it's almost like the Lord Himself is starting this again. I mean, I'm starting to feel when I'm chanting, I can't believe this experience I'm getting. It's like they have this thing they call walk-ins. It's a new age thing they call these. They get somebody walks in. I feel like the Lord is walking in, and this, and chanting and relishing again, and we're like so close. And So this is we're building. We're getting this power, spiritual potency, to revive this. And it's like the Lord reviving. It's like I'm starting to understand how these devotees were thinking and experiencing. And why it's going like it is, just one by one, and everybody getting stronger and more clear, and these Sadhu Sangha is purifying so much. It's probably holding back some of this Kali Yuga stuff and maybe waking people up, because people are, they're at different levels, they're waking up. They're starting to see what the demons are doing to them. Even that's a big thing. The demon, they're just people are just accepting what these demons are doing. The controllers of this universe are the demons and the demigods. Isn't that interesting? That it's because sometimes the demons get in charge. They take over. The emotive passion, ignorance overwhelms the demigods, because they sometimes get lazy. They get material comforts a lot, and then the demons are very calculating, very very tricky, very deceitful, and sometimes they win, and then they take over, and people believe them because they're deceived. It's like now. That's why I'm a little bit heavy on that, because I don't want people to be deceived. You believe their tricks, and that's not good. You can't. You need to see where. That's the problem with ISKCON. They don't have the discernment to see how they're being tricked by the government now. The government is executing a plan. These are the demons. They got together, all the nations, and they're producing a big lie, a big deception. And they can do it. They feel they can do it. There never has there been a time when you can control the whole world. But now you can with the AI technology. See, so they're using that, and that's why you think, well, how come nobody else believes what you're believing? Well, come on, man. This AI technology is hiding so many things, and so we're making decisions based on a lack of information, lack of knowledge. What did God say in the Bible? My people are being destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. And that goes on all levels. We're worshiping the complete Godhead. That means He'll inform us on the matter of fact, the demons, they work under rules too, because that's also, you have to agree to follow, to do their bullshit. You have to agree to inject yourself. But they trick you to do it. You can't travel. Oh, you can't get a job. Oh, you can't. See, so you're agreeing. You're saying, well, I was forced to. You're not forced to. It's like, like if you knew what they were actually doing, you wouldn't do it under any circumstances.
Yeah, you know how to bring us to the other side while the boat is sinking. You know what actions should be done. Because, we are on a sinking ship.
The Lord helps in all ways and helps through. Prabhupada helped the devotees too by saying, well, actually, my godbrothers are not like me. This is a special thing. Because they started, some disciples left for the godbrother, because the godbrothers were like what Narayan Raj did with my disciples. No, they were trying to get his disciples. Radhakund Babaji's too. That's how Maya works. And that's how faithful disciples, it's a test of faith also. If you're that easily pulled away, well, it's what happens. Yeah, you see here, you guys aren't being pulled away, and look, your bhakti grows strong and strong, and it is that's why such examples are needed. Otherwise, how can other people do it if you don't show the example? And you're not just doing because you're forced to or you're brainwashed. Or you're doing it because it's real. This is the real path. It works, and you show it works. Otherwise, you wouldn't be ecstatic like Govinda, drunk as a skunk, or like you guys chanting in ecstasy. So, it's amazing, man. This is a miracle stuff where you can just open your mouth and you can relish. You're relishing like Lord Caitanya relished. He would talk in ecstasy like you do. I can't even do that. I have to work up to it. Like getting a motor going. Yeah, but this is the mercy in our Sangha.
He's empowering that. Krishna is empowering that so much, more and more and more. I feel it every day stronger. So
Could you
strong.
imagine? This is why the sages said they found a speaker a speaker, loudspeaker, is the devotee. They found somebody like Shukadev Goswami, who was in the line, the real line. That was Sutta Goswami. See, our Bhagavatam is both Sutta and Sutta, speakers. So to teach how it works, he listened to the Bhagavatam too, like Maharaj Parikshit, from Shukadev. So he was, he got it. He got it, and he was empowered. And they said, we're going to spend 1,000 years. This is the best activity we can do, is this Sadhu Sangha with you, because you're a qualified speaker, and they were qualified hearers because they were like Veda Vyas. They lost faith in Varnashram Dharma as to be the choice of delivering. See, people, they haven't lost, in ISKCON and all these groups, they haven't lost faith in Varnashram Dharma to deliver them. They think that's all they need. See? So they can't come here. See, the sages, just like Veda Vyas, they said, listen, no, this is, my heart ain't happy with this now. See? No. We don't want to spend. The sages said, we don't want to spend our 100 years or whatever time we've got left, try to perfect Varnashram Dharma. Because, give us an easier way, give us a quicker way. And so he repeated what Shukadev repeated and what Jesus repeated and what all realized, what Prabhupada repeated and what I repeat, the same thing. It's so powerful. But they can't repeat it, and the blind gurus can't repeat it because they got to be it. They got to be empowered like Prabhupada, like Shukadev, like Jesus. And so I repeat it, and that's why it works. The same thing. Oh, yeah, just come to Sadhu Sangha. Come regularly. You'll see God will be with you. He will be more pleased with you than you following 1,000 of Radhanath's rules, regulations, or Narayan Raj's rules, or than Radhakund Babaji's rules, regulations, and eat this, don't eat that, all in the name of Raghunuga Bhakti. You're more pleased because you come here and you're listening where he's really working. Is him working? That's what we see. So then you get that result. That's why you got it and they don't got it. And if they want to get it, they got to come here because dinner is served. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Do ding-a-lings. You ever heard that saying, ding-a-ling? You're just a ding-a-ling.
No, there is a song in Belgium, but the dingaling, I'm not going to sing
it. Ding-a-ling is not a very smart person.
No, in Belgium it has another thing.
Yeah, ding-a-ling, yeah. Yeah, if you want the gift, because it's a gift. I mean, nobody is taught that it was a gift. You know, Prabhupada hinted at it. He said, well, if you get the mercy of a Vaishnava, then you could surpass all the rules and regulations. But that's all he said. I remember running across it. They infer these things. And so many of the books infer these things. That's why you got to hear it from the recipient of the mercy. That's why you can see, you can get it either you brought it in from another life and then it was quickly awakened, or you get it in disciplic line. And then you can tell, yeah, I got it from by being in this Sadhu Sangha. And if you want it, you'll get it. Otherwise, you don't get it. You'll just be a rule and regulator and a right fighter. You'll be thinking you know all about bhakti. You know nothing. Without this devotion awakening, you really don't know anything. Nothing much. Maybe you have faith.
So about
Yeah.
association, association and receiving and purification.
At best, you know the name and you have faith in Krishna. You're like the Tattavadis. Lord Caitanya met the Tattavadis disciplic line. They're like the ISKCON. Same thing, same qualities. See? They had an acharya. See, they got a spiritual master they consider acharyas. Yeah. And what were they preaching? What was the Tattavadis preaching? Varnashram Dharma. What are they preaching in ISKCON? Varnashram Dharma. And then you got the Raganuga Sanghas with no Raganuga, no. And but what all they can do is preach rules and regulations and all that. I mean, they preach this Raganuga and Radhe and Rupa, but boy, do they heap the rules on you.
What is their idea about Raganuga?
Their idea is, well, you can follow the ecstatic path, and you must follow the rules at the same time. That is their idea. But they don't.
But they're not ecstatic.
See, that's the problem. They're ecstatic in their mind. Oh, Rupa, intellectually. I went to all these classes, these so-called advanced devotees. No X, no tear. Oh, the tear. No, you got to wipe it if one appears. And
a tear, but not developed into real relationship.
Yeah.
No purification.
This is the only holistic experience I've seen. It's so par for the course. Jesus and his disciples, they were something different. Nityananda, and he was, considered like low class by a lot of people because he was didn't follow any of the rules and regulations, but was ecstatic as all can be. And then he had ecstatic followers, and the lower class followed him. They didn't care about the rules. They just wanted, like here, some people, they don't care about being rule followers and right fighters, and they just want the ecstasy. They want to be around ecstatic devotees and part of this family. That was,
Give me mercy.
That's what was happening then. It's happening now again. Yeah.
Wanting to live in the shadow of an ecstatic devotee, that's what they should do. That's what they should beg for,
Well, and they won't get it. And just like those who were aristocratic Brahmins, this is why this is a repeat of what was that. The aristocratic Brahmins were like these sannyasis and like these gurus. They could be nice people and aristocratic and following rules and honest in their worship and everything. But unless they went to the ecstatic devotees, they didn't get this bhakti. And so, hey man, otherwise that's false humility. It's not real humility. Devananda Pandit had this humble, he was like Radhanath, humble and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But not
in the heart.
It wasn't transcendental humility. That's why it was proved later on when he was chastised by Lord Caitanya, like I chastised some of these gurus, actually, same kind of idea. He figured it out. He said, I got it. This is something special. So he went and he served an ecstatic devotee, Vakreshwar Pandit, the dancer. and he got purified by serving a real devotee. So he humbled himself from, because he had disciples, like they got disciples, followers, and had a big reputation as being a great devotee and all that, but had no devotion, just like them, being reputations as great devotees, all of them, but no devotion. No real devotee. They may speculate they got it and all that, but they got no proof. No God proof. God proof is the ecstatic symptoms that his hand is upon your worship. No God proof. They got only paper degrees or their votes they get from from the Good Old Boys Club. You know, the ISKCON Good Old Boys Club. All the Jewish guys. You notice all the gurus, practically everyone were Jewish. It makes you wonder about what's going on. Now, I have nothing against Jewish people, but
But it's a sign. It's a special
going
thing.
on there.
Yeah. Special control, special power thing. Something that always comes back. History comes back and back and back.
There's a thing about that. Actually, there's a Jewish sect they think is actually part of these Illuminati, very deep, controlling influence over the world. Not all Jews, but a certain sect of them. They were actually they were the worshippers of this Moloch, actually, the child sacrifice. So that's in there somewhere. And that's coming to light more now. Yeah, one guy who was in it, he was a Jewish rabbi. He said, anyway, it's too late now. I'm going to tell you, because they've been dying to tell everybody, but they've been secret, very secret. There's a whole thing. You can hear this thing on, I think I saved it somewhere. This Jewish rabbi in New York, famous guy, he just revealed it all. He just said, yeah, this is what we're doing. We're stealing your children. We're sacrificing them. Yeah. And we send them to McDonald's, and you're grinding them up and you're eating it. Sorry, they found it out. They found these things are happening already. Yeah. Of course, they don't like blah, blah, but, if I have the channels, they can get this information. Oh, I could tell you things that...
So much evil in the world.
It is unbelievable, man. That's why you need a lot of bhakti. Otherwise, you would drop. Because a lot of people are going to freak out when they find out the extent of what's going on in this world at this time. Even Jesus said, there's this time, which is now. The evil is going to be so bad that it's like you're going to, especially you don't want to be having babies and children and all that stuff at this time. Yeah. So anyway, we're here at this time. It's part of the pastimes. It'll chase people that are ready. Like this will help them get ready because they're doing what they're doing. The good and the bad are fighting, causing friction, and we're causing our friction. This is so everything is coming to light. Like, okay, this is demons, these are good people, and this is transcendental. See, so everybody can kind of get an idea of what's really going on. So they call it, it's like in the New Age they call it a shift in consciousness. And it's sort of right. This is a shifting time. We're shifting gears. Things are moving. It's a time of full self-expression. The demons are fully coming into. They want to fully express on the planet now, and the good people. It's forcing the good people to come to their fight this thing. They want to fight it, and a lot of them are being martyred. And we're coming also with this. So it's a pastime of the Lord. The Lord, it's his thing, We're like these cells in his body. Yeah, people have their place. The demons have their place. The good people, and everything is going. Yeah, just it's kind of a loving place. I don't know. It's kind of see everything is okay. Just got to find your place. The demons are very inspired what they're doing. I mean, Klaus Schwab is very inspired. When he talks about locking people down and controlling, that's when he starts to smile. That's what that's what makes them happy. These things. And also the people fighting this, they've been living for this. Oh, wow, their fight is up there and they're making a lot of money off of it too. These guys who are exposing all these things. Oh my God, people are sending them all kinds of money, because they have products, to how to survive this Holocaust. So they this was this Alex Jones and this other guy. They have all these natural. Oh, this will keep your body alive. And people are buying it like crazy. They're becoming millionaires off of this thing. It's almost like they're happy that it's happening. Everybody's happy, except the followers. And I'm happy too. And we're happy. A lot of us are happy. Yeah. Because we got it, the demons, they got their work, right? The good guys got their work, and we got our work. Hey, man, everybody's happy. Everybody's expressing. See, and we're expressing. We're not like being, even Prabhupada, he says, his godbrothers were always, only when he started to preach, and he started expressing, and then he started feeling really good, instead of being repressed. So everything's coming out. This is it's so uncanny how it was all prophesied. New Testament. Jesus said, "What was hidden in the closets will be shouted from the rooftops."
Freddy says, to get the shift in consciousness, you need to get the shit out of your consciousness.
Yeah.
And that's true, because otherwise you can't do it at all.
This is part of it. Everything going on here is part of it. Yeah. That only happens by chanting and hearing here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got our team here. We're assembling our team. You notice everybody's got a team. Got Klaus Schwab, they got the World Economic, they're working teamwork. It's team to get this thing flying, you got the other people, they're assembling their teams, Trump's followers and all that. They're the fighters, And we have our team here, team of the ecstatics. Yeah. And you got the Vaidhi Bhaktas, that's okay, they're doing their job, they're just a little blind. We can help them out with that if anybody would come in. Well, since they like to steal too, we'll steal a few of their converts and then enlighten them and then send them back to help their gurus. Oh yeah, that Ukraine thing is all bullshit. This, and who suffers? The people suffer because they believe. Even Vaishnava, many of them in Ukraine believe in the bullshit. They're not. And a lot of them don't because they're at firsthand. They see what's going on. Yeah. In America, how evil America is coming to light. It is unbelievable how evil the CIA and FBI's and the president is. And all of it is just pure evil, and people see. The thing is, that's all coming to light. Yeah, good and evil. And we're back in the garden, and I'm preaching about what God said to Adam and Eve. Don't partake, don't eat don't eat from the tree, don't eat from the fruit of the tree of good and evil. Knowledge, no, knowledge of good and evil. See? Because then you believe you're a good person, and then you fight the bad person. The bad persons fight the good persons. And so you got this going on, and you're both bewildered, and you're still inside this material universe, and you're not in the paradise of God, which is transcendental, blissful, ecstatic, free. That's what we're doing. So the Vaidis, what do they see? They're reading scripture, study scripture. They don't understand because you got to be in transcendental consciousness. They have to go to this next step. They got to go beyond religion. And there's only one way. You have to get this opportunity to hear from transcendental persons, be in this kind of vibration, this frequency. Otherwise, you cannot get this.
I realize this many times that I say, oh, I read this before, and I had a completely different idea about what it meant. I was looking through material eyes while I was reading this, and now I get this transcendental information from the Lord, what it really means. And that God consciousness, knowing him really as it is, like he is. Prabhupada wrote it as it is. He wrote it as it is, but it needs to be explained as it is as well.
Yeah. And he peppered things in as it is with Vaidhi too. So you got to separate that out, like the egg and the egg yolk. You got to see where it is and what it fits. Because he had to preach, but he didn't want to not bring forth this true perspective. So it's an art, Krishna knows what to do. And so we separate it out to say, well, you see, this is Vaidhi, and this is the Raganuga, this is the spontaneous devotion. These are the core principles.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, but you got to be Bhagavad Gita 10:10. That's why you're worshiping the Lord with loving eyes. Give you the eyes. You can see these things. Yeah. Give us a word there, Govinda.
Beautiful class. Just beautiful to be with you. Yeah, thank you so much. I relish these classes, man. I just want to tune out everything around, like the bus making a lot of noise. I want to tune it out like this. Just turn it down. But I find it fascinating being here. I'm looking forward to reading Fernando's witness testimony. I just saw a glance, but it's whilst it was live. So thank you, Fernando. That looks great. It's really growing. It's growing in all directions here. The family's really growing strong. Yeah, we've got our place. They've got their place. This is the best I can see anywhere. It's fantastic, man. All the different angles we can share this from is amazing. It never comes to an end. That's what I feel. That mood of Narada Muni, I can see why he's traveling and traveling, because this service never, ever, ever, ever. It's eternal. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Lolita. Thank you, all the devotees. Thank you, all of you, Fernando, River, and everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they're shining now. They're Krishna, this relationship, it just makes the devotees and the Lord shine in this world. Makes the Lord more clear. It makes the devotees more clear. What it is, what is the relationship between the Lord and his devotees, in the transcendental realm, because we're here because that's really the only real thing, really. I mean, ultimately. Prabhupada said when he came to America, he said, I didn't come here to take anything, because people were trying to teach him stuff, how to, get followers. And he says, I didn't come here to take anything. I came here to add stuff. And now we're here, our little Sangha. We're not here to take from the Vaidhi. There's nothing you can really give us. All you could do, the best you could do is give us a seat and give classes and talks to draw your followers into a deeper place. But you can't add anything here. No rule, regulation can add to the lives of devotees here, because the love of God adds to our lives, literally, organically. I don't need to study books to study information. Yeah, I just need to taste my way into this realization. Taste the meanings of these books, taste the name. Yeah, so we're here to add that. I mean, isn't that a nice ad? God. So if anybody has sufficient brain stuff and intelligence by Krishna's mercy, you'll see that this is where you're going to go. If you're a Vaidhi Bhakta in ISKCON or in any of those sanghas I've seen, even Gaudiya Samiti or Radhakund Babaji's, and you don't have ecstatic devotion, and I haven't seen anybody I was impressed with, why not come here and get what the devotees have? And in many ways, you got a head start because you believe in Krishna. If you just abandon speculations and all that and just come, you can get the next stage. What is this here? Srila Prabhupada's main service was to write all these wonderful books, yeah. Of course, he was happy to see how his disciples went out to distribute them, yeah. And how everything was growing so nicely. He followed the order and wish of his Gurudev. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so it brought to this point. That's why you see, he gave me this order, and we're just continuing. It's kind of like running an Olympic race. You couldn't. It's not a thing in the Olympic race. You can't always this thing. You have to do it by passing the baton. It's so in the race of Vaishnavism, it was Bhakti Vinod, when to revive this, Bhakti Vinod to Bhakti Siddhanta, to Srila Prabhupada, and here. See, passing the baton to you need the Olympic stars. And that's only it's not like people think to be a star by their big works. By God's works, by God's empowerment, the Lord, Krishna's empowerment. Okay? So the baton is here. Yeah, this is where we're running. This is where we're going to finish the race, because this is finishing work. This will finish the race. We're not here, we're going right into spontaneous devotion. Many devotees are getting it already. What is beyond this? What other path is beyond? Nothing. No, this is it. Love of Krishna. And then you just dive deep into this forever. There's nowhere else outside. That's why somebody was preaching to transcend this, to go beyond Krishna. Oh yeah, Eric. Well, yeah, let's look where he ended up. For now, he'll be back. Hopefully. Yeah. See, outside the speculation, all that stuff. Well, you'd be a lot happier giving it up. Yeah. Read on.
Okay. He again stopped and he said, I'm still not feeling the usual ecstasy. Maybe this is Krishna's wish. The devotees were thrown into a whirlpool of mental agony. They say to one another, there's no one but ourselves here. So probably, due to some offense on our part, the Lord is not relishing his dancing today. Srivas Pandita was searching again, and eventually he discovered his mother-in-law. hiding behind. It's so funny. Eh? I'm thinking about mine. Hiding behind the baskets. Srivas Pandita is a sober person, always submerged in loving devotion. He's never proud of or cantankerous. I don't know what it means, but now he
Cantankerous
began to
means
shake.
mean.
Oh, okay. Srivas Pandita is a sober person, always submerged in devotional service. He's never proud or cantankerous, but now he began to shake, reminding Vishwambara's displeasure. Because that's not your pleasure. He's not pleased. He ordered his mother-in-law to be taken away, pulled by her hair. This was done without the knowledge of anyone, and almost immediately, Vishwambara, he began he began to feel the usual ecstasy in dancing. He said, "Now I can feel the ecstasy. I can so easily relate on that." Srivas Pandita was very happy to hear
Yeah.
this
See, these
and
are
laughing.
the subtle principles that people don't know. These are things like a person on the mundane level say, "Look at this, Srivas, you pull your ex-mother-in-law's hair. Why aren't you allowing her into the kirtan? Why she wants to be there? Well, why? What is? Why are you reacting like this?" And this is more mode of goodness or something. You might think. It's
Yeah.
that's you're not a devotee, you get angry, Srivas, and you're cantankerous, mean, being mean to your mother-in-law and all that stuff. But the deeper principle is what the Lord, see, what pleases the Lord. The Lord, all of a sudden he became ecstatic when she was gone. He got her out of there because the Lord is like shy to be amongst non-devotees who have not the right mentality. So, and then he became ecstatic because now he's with his intimate devotee. The Lord likes to be with his intimate devotees. That's why if you want to be qualified for this, you have to come into the association of intimate devotees. But you can't steal your way in, you can't lie your way in, you can't cheat your way in, because you'll be found out and thrown out. Some people do. They snuck in here. They try to sneak in here, and the guys, oh, I'm ecstatic, and all that, and they have other intentions. And ultimately, the Lord exposes that. Yeah, yeah. Take away your ecstasy and give you poison instead, and then sometimes you can't tell the difference for a while. Yeah. Yeah, it's like people live on stress. They think, well, this is my life, is stress. You can get poisoned and you might think that's life. I've seen that already happen here.
I had such a life. I have been living on stress. I thought that was life. I
Yeah, you
needed
need
it
it. Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
years.
It keeps you going, but not very well.
Yeah, keeps you going.
The poison is
What are you?
speculation too. And that keeps people going in Krishna consciousness but it's not real. Krishna's not really. They're speculating, but that gives them a little bit of life. And they're not attracted to this. If you're too attached to speculation, yeah, you won't be attracted to this. You'll be, no, where's the speculation? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I live on the truth. I love the truth. There's life and energy, potency. I mean, real pure, the pure potency, but not in the speculation. But most Vaishnavas, they speculate. Their gurus are speculating. Even on guru, by virtue of them not being a bona fide guru with real prema, being a real associate of Lord Caitanya, there's speculation there. So people, they come there, that you're living on speculation. They're living, it gives them, they can get position, name, and fame and stuff like that, of material opulences, but spiritual opulence you can't get. You have to see the value. We're here to teach the value of spiritual opulence. This opulence of chanting the holy name in ecstasy. They don't know. They don't preach it. They don't show it. They don't glorify it. Hey, that's a spiritual opulence. That's worth, that's why, here people get a position. When you get a position here, it'll be solid. It'll be strong. It'll be based on the truth. That's why, I didn't become a guru right away. It came spontaneously at a certain point. See? And it's solid. See? Now, same thing, you becoming disciples. It's becoming solid. It doesn't even, sometimes you got to go through a process, even people now, going through a process. Sometimes it goes fast, something a little slower, doesn't matter. You're going through a process to get it solid. See, so it's strong, immovable. Okay? Then things will work, then you're a tree that moves. And nobody can knock it down. You're not a tree with shallow roots, and then Maya just knocks it over. You're a tree rooted. You walk like a Tai Chi master. You ever see one of those guys? They walk rooted, they're strong, and they can just and they go pooh and go back. You got to become like that here. See, so you're moving outside the circle even, but you're rooted in the truth. And the Ravanas, the cheaters, the liars can't come over and push you over. See? You got to be strongly with Krishna in that element because you're in Maya. See, we're in Maya here. This is her element. This is why we stay in the circle, get very strong, because you're in Maya's element. But when you're in the circle, you're in Krishna's element. And then as you get strong, you can move outside the circle. See? And that's preaching. You're outside and you can go to a bar, this place, that place, anywhere. And you're not shaken by Maya's tricks and all that stuff. So that's basically, for this preaching mission. Becoming like that. Look, you go out now. Look, it's singing in ecstasy now. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Me too. I never really sang that, but now the singing is like it becoming a great joy. See, this is these are the tools of the trade. See? Spiritual. These are spiritual opulences. See, these are really valuable. This is that other stuff comes and goes. This is the eternal Sankirtan. Developing these.
Yeah, with prem. Thank you.
Read on. Oh, you're muted.
I'm so sorry. It's by the book. In the book on the computer, sorry. The Kirtan picked up momentum indicating the devotees' jubilant response. Everyone was laughing and dancing. Lord Caitanya danced in divine pleasure. and Nityananda danced around him. Sri Chaitanya's pastimes are not visible to everyone, only to those fortunate souls who receive the Lord's special mercy. On another occasion, Lord Caitanya, while dancing, suddenly stopped and he looked about himself discontentedly. He said, "I'm not feeling any joy from dancing today. I don't know what offenses I have committed against the Vaishnava." Everyone stopped and wondered what had gone wrong. This incident is actually a sequel to something that had happened earlier. Advaitacharya is naturally a devotee of Lord Caitanya in the mood of servitorship. When Lord Caitanya sits on the throne of Lord Vishnu, he places the Lord's lotus feet upon his head. In addition, when the Lord begins exhibiting his power and grandeur, Advaitacharya is carried upon the waves of bliss. When the Lord says, "Oh Nada, you are my servant," Advaitacharya, he becomes submerged in ecstatic bliss. Lord Caitanya, his nature and position is inconceivable and cannot be understood. One moment he's the supreme autocrat, and in the next moment he reaches out to embrace the feet of the Vaishnavas. Crying out in great humility, the Lord said, "Oh Krishna, my dearest Lord, you are my very life. You are my very life." The Lord wept in such a pathetic manner that the even stone-like hearts melted in pity. The Lord continuously manifested these devotional moods of desertership in front of everyone. He discarded the omnipotent demeanor of the Supreme Lord, and acting contrary to the nature of his omniscient self, he inquired, "Have I done something due to lack of self-restraint and restlessness of mind? If so, then why was I not immediately put to death?" Krishna is my life and soul. Krishna is my goal. And you are my brothers and friends. Birth after birth. Devotional service to Krishna is the ultimate destination. All of you kindly instill this faith in me, otherwise I will become wayward. All the devotees became perplexed with anxiety, and no one could define the words of the Lord. At other times, when the Lord himself was in his omnipotent mood, he himself ordered the devotees to touch his lotus feet. However, now, feeling the mood of a devotee of Krishna, the Lord, upon seeing the Vaishnavas, he took the dust from their feet, offering them respect. This intensely hurt.
I like this, that idea. Devotion to Krishna is the ultimate destination. That's the universal truth. Devotion to God, it could be another incarnation, but that devotion is the only thing that unlocks the door of illusion, so that you can get free. It's the ultimate destination is love of God. There's nothing beyond that. There's no other path. Actually, this is what everybody needs to know. Really, everybody needs to know, especially when there's possibility to know that. That's why the Lord Caitanya said, my name will be actionized, Vishwambara, the maintainer of the universe, if I can fill it up with love of Krishna. See, because universally, everybody needs love of God, love of the divine incarnation. Yeah, otherwise you haven't unlocked the truth of life. Doesn't matter, you can learn this and do this path and that path, you can become a Buddhist. But they don't teach love of God. They don't believe in them. They think feelings are illusion. It's knowledge, it's about knowledge, nirvana, liberation, which is kind of, but it's devotion to Krishna, love of God. Yeah. Could you imagine if everybody understood that that's the target, man, in life? Is whatever you're doing, that's all you see. Oh, okay, I'm in my material duties and everything, but it's this love of God, to be part of the devotional family, spiritual family, feel relation. Oh, you're failed. You're not a success in life. If this is being given here, real devotees with real bhakti, real devotional feelings, real deep realizations, and you don't take, well, here's another, no wonder it takes many lifetimes. For them. I think we're going to stop. I got up a little bit extra early today, and I'm going to go back down for a little bit.
Thank you, Guru
Thank
Maharaj.
you. Nice reading. It's great. Yeah. What tree are you under? Where are you at there, Govinda?
Is just north of a place called Ipswich, close east of Ipswich, not far from London. It's countryside. There's a lot of countryside on the
So
coast.
what's your plan? What's your destination?
I'm going to do a Gurdwara tour now. I've done a beach tour, but I just feel that there's so much missing in that conversation between Mahaprabhu and Guru Nanak, that there's so much room to share. Like you just was sharing, how many people would get delivered if they knew this? So many people, millions in the Gurdwaras, if they really knew the depth of the conversation that's never really been revealed, and the bhajans that Mahaprabhu was doing, showing Guru Nanak, millions would be delivered if they took to this path. So a Gurdwara tour with that in mind. It's always in my mind, Guru Maharaj, when I'm in there, when I hear the bhajans and things. So it's always in there. And I know it's in Amon's heart as well, and yours and others. So.
Yeah, we'll see how it develops everything.
See how it goes. Yeah, see how it goes.
Okay, my friends, we'll see you a little bit later. And let's play this song here. And I'll say goodbye to TikTokers. We have quite a few views and quite a few watchers. All right, see you later, TikTokers.
Vedic Way is very nice. He's coming along a lot. He's a nice devotee. Vedic Way. He seems to be coming regularly. He's a nice devotee, isn't he?
He's funny.
Vedic Way is a nice devotee, man. Yeah.
Let's see here. I get stuck on that one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.